I think it's safe to say that the main reason most of us drive is the money, right? We can go out, get in our car, pretty easy to do. Click a little switch on our app and boom, we're online and ding, 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 we start to get some rides. For a lot of us too, there's the freedom and the flexibility that comes with being an Uber or Lyft driver, right? Or you may deliver food, right? Freedom and flexibility. But being a rideshare driver is not all rainbows and unicorns. Isn't that a beautiful image of a rainbow? I couldn't find a picture with unicorns and rainbows, but I found a nice rainbow. However, there are some drawbacks to being a driver. Recent studies show that gig workers, because they're disconnected from coworkers and they're disconnected from a company, endure more stress as a result of that. So in this video, what I'm going to share with you is some of the details about how much additional stress there is. And I'm going to share with you 3 strategies so that you can alleviate the stress and stop rideshare driving from killing you. I found this surprising, and I didn't really realize that this disconnection does add a certain amount of stress. And this has been, studied. So I'm going to bring that to you, and stick around at the end of the video. I'm going to share with you the 3rd strategy, which is the scariest strategy, but could also be the most satisfying strategy if you're up for doing it. And in fact, it's a strategy that our own Harry Campbell utilized starting the RideShare Guy. So all that and a lot more coming up. Hey everybody, it is Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy. Got my Led Zeppelin shirt on. Boom. Still listen to Led Zeppelin every single day. So I wanted to share with you, and I don't know, this could be related to the stress of the job. I've been sick for the last 5 weeks, and I want to tell you the story in case this happens to you. I'll be brief because I know you're busy. But like 6 weeks ago, I got a urinary tract infection. So if you've had a urinary tract infection, there's certain things that happen to you. 1, it really hurts when you pee. 2, you get hot and sweaty. At night, you wake up and you're all wet. Everything's wet. You're sweating so much, and you just feel crappy. So you call the doctor. You say, I think I got a UTI. That's what they're called, urinary tract infection, UTIs. And you go in, you pee in a cup, and then they give you antibiotics. And antibiotics are supposed to kill it pretty quickly. So they gave me a 5-day supply of antibiotics, and I felt better. But then on day 7, so I've now been off the antibiotics for 2 days, boom, it's all back. I'm sick again. So I call another doctor at Kaiser, and he says, okay, this time we're going to put you on 3 weeks of this stuff. So instead of 5 days, so the thinking was it just didn't last long enough, right? So I went 3 weeks, and I felt pretty okay. I was working out kind of in the middle there, and then I got off it. And within 2 more days, boom, same thing. I was like, F this, I was like angry and frustrated. So then I went in, I did another test, and sure enough, I had the same exact thing. Nothing got fixed. So this doctor put me on something called Cipro, which is a broad spectrum antibiotic. And I took that for 7 days, and that ended about a week ago. And I'm here to say, I don't have any symptoms. I'm feeling pretty good. So, but still, I was like, a lot of time I was just in bed, sweating, sick. It just was no fun. I don't think really the stress of being an Uber driver had anything to do with it, but I wanted to share that since that's the topic, all right? So by way of background, look at this article. Remote workers are treating their jobs like gig work, and it's turning them into the most disconnected employees. So while gig work seems like a panacea, you can work from home and all that, there are certain stresses that come with not having the security of a job, not having, the benefits of being an employee, right? As per Gallup's reporting from earlier this year, stress is correlated with engagement, and the American workforce's stress levels are at records high. Gallup's State of the Global Workplace report released in June found that 44% of employees feel a lot of stress. In 2019, just 33% said the same. Actively disengaged workers reported 26% more stress than engaged employees, Gallup found. So the reason this is being studied is because of the pandemic. And during the pandemic, so many people went from working in an office to working from home. And now a lot of those people are kind of working a little bit at home and a little bit at the office, and some people are still just working at home. And as a result of that, they're not connecting with the coworkers. And that is causing the stress. And us as gig workers, we hardly ever connect with coworkers. And I thought, wow, that means we're even more stressed out because we're even more disconnected, and we don't have any of the benefits of being an employee, like sick pay, vacation time, expense reimbursement. Even though many would argue we're treated like employees, we don't have any of those benefits, which just further adds to the stress. So what can we do to become more connected? Number one, the RideShare Guy. Okay, so join a community. It doesn't have to be the RideShare Guy, but join a community of like-minded individuals where you can connect. So here at the RideShare Guy, we got videos like you're watching, which we come out every single day. We have articles that you can read. We even have live shows. Sergio and Chris have Show Me the Money Club once a week for a couple of hours, where you can get on and you can ask questions and you can engage. All of this creates a sense of community. And according to the study, that helps to alleviate a lot of the stress. And I think it's simply, you don't feel like you're alone, right? You're out there with other people. So that's the first strategy. The second strategy is use your freedom and flexibility to stay connected even more to your family and friends. Now, people who work a regular job, they're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, right? And they might see their family or friends on the weekends. Since we don't have the connection during the week, we can use some of that time to really connect with our friends and our family. So for example, I have a once every 2 weeks, a Zoom call with a bunch of my friends. And we spend an hour, really sharing with each other. And I make a point to connect with, my family members and my friends as often as I can, because I need that connection, and we all need that connection. And since we as drivers are not getting it out there at work, right? Because we don't see people regularly. Sure, we have passengers that come in and we connect, superficially most of the time. We don't have those regular connections. I've had regular jobs where you would go into the office and you'd see the same people, and you would go out and have lunch, and you'd go out on the weekends and, after work and party, and, you really had like a family, a work family. We don't have that with the rideshare driving. So connect, make an effort to connect. Number 3, and finally, is create your own community. So I mentioned that this is something that Harry did, right? It takes a lot of courage to create your own community. But if you're good at something and you can teach people something or share information with people, you can create your own community. I had a coaching program a couple years back, and I had people that I was teaching them how to use Facebook advertising. And I created this community of individuals who I was working with, and I was very connected with them while they were in my 8-week program. Harry started the RideShare Guy. And what I want to say is it takes a lot of courage. This one takes a lot of courage to go out and start your own thing, start your own community. But if you take that step, imagine if Harry didn't take that step, if he let fear stop him, there would be no RideShare Guy. And I think we can all agree there's a huge benefit to the fact that the RideShare Guy exists. So this is a more of a gutsy thing you can do, but it sure can pay off if you have something, something to share, something to put out in the world. You can create your own community, and that can be so rewarding, and can really have you feel connected with a lot of other individuals. So what are the key takeaways? Well, I found it interesting that the Gallup states that we're at least 26% more stressed than regular employees. That's pretty significant. So another strategy, I'm just thinking of off the top of my head, is getting massages, having somebody massage your body, and that kind of works out some of the stress as well. Meditation is another something you can do to help, alleviate some of the stress. And of course, the 3 things I mentioned here. Being a part of the RideShare Guy, reach out more to your family and your friends. And then number 3, start your own thing. So I hope you found this useful. There's a lot of things you can do to alleviate the stress. And I think the key takeaway here is to recognize there is a lot of stress with being kind of an independent contractor, trying to run your own business, basically is what we're all doing, without the benefits that employees get, okay? We're more disconnected. That is adding stress to our lives. And it's important, because we want to live a long, healthy life, to incorporate some strategies to alleviate the stress, all right? Thank you so much for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, subscribe. We'll bring you a video every single day, sometimes 2 a day. And go out, tell somebody you love them. Be safe out there on the road. This is Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.